Well, hey there, everybody. My name is Landon. It is almost climb week. Holy smokes, it's creeping up on us fast. But hey, I wanted to spend a couple of minutes here just talking through some of the biggest questions that I've been getting about the event, how it works, and so on. So we've covered a lot of this in the fireside chats that we've had over the last couple of weeks. But ultimately, I want to make sure that we can just kind of streamline the information and get it to you as quickly as possible. So this little thing is going to be a little longer than I would normally like to talk, but hopefully I can get this information out to you as quickly as possible. So here we go. I'm just going to go straight into it. How will event week work? So starting on Sunday the 11th, you're going to be able to access the logging tool in the app. Visit the event center, tap on logging. You're going to have the full 7 days to log your rides and accomplish your ascent. So spread the effort out in whatever way makes the most sense to you. Now, when you start, the app is going to ask you to verify your FTP. Please make sure this number is correct. It will reconfigure the parameters of the event for you and make sure that everything is just dialed in just right for you. Once you've verified your FTP, you're going to see the logging screen, which is going to be home base for the rest of the week. Here, you're going to find the average output and the cadence requirements for your climb. If you've done any of the climb challenges, you'll recognize kind of what that looks like. All right, what to do? Number one, do some lower elevation climbs this week to prepare your legs. When you clip in during event week, I highly recommend that you break up the effort into smaller, manageable chunks. Personally, I prefer like 15 to 30 minute classes. That gives me time to spin out my legs in between the classes at higher cadences without impacting my averages. Also, low cadence music really helps me out a ton, so I've even linked a playlist in the description if that's something that you are interested in. Number two, stretch and foam roll a lot. This is a muscle tension activity, so be sure you're taking really good care of your legs throughout the week. Make sure you're getting proper hydration, proper nutrition, and really good sleep. Okay? What should you not do? Please don't try to do this all in one day. Okay? This is a very different kind of stress than most of us are used to, so don't risk getting injured by trying to shorten your timeline too much. One of the big questions that I get is, how is this different from the climb challenges? The most obvious thing there is the timeline, okay? You have 7 days, a full 7 days to complete this versus the much stricter time requirements of the challenges. You can break the effort up in whatever way makes sense to you. Just get all of the effort done within the 7 days. Also, manual entry of ride data is available for the event, but not for the challenges. So if you don't have a Peloton bike, you can do the event, which the challenges you'll probably have noticed that you cannot do. Do I have to take specific rides? No. Take any ride that you want to. Personally, I prefer the scenic rides or just rides, again with that low cadence music that I mentioned, but just do whatever feels right to you. The big thing, just be sure that you stay true to the metric requirements that are provided to you inside of the app. Now, does every class have to be within those metrics in order for it to count? No, not technically. However, every class that's outside of those metrics is going to skew your overall averages. And it's going to make it that much harder to get them back in line, right? So this whole event, we're looking at total averaged output, total averaged cadence. So if you're doing most of your stuff at low cadence, but then you do a couple of rides at 90 or 100 cadence averages, you're going to have to work really hard to pull that back down, okay? So best as possible, try to keep within or very close to your metrics so you don't have to work extra hard later. Now let's talk about difficulty levels for a minute. This is probably one of the most confusing areas of this event. There are 4 difficulty levels that you can choose to participate at: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert. Think about these as the incline or the steepness of your hill. The higher the difficulty, the faster you'll get to the top, but the harder you're going to have to work for it. In the logging area, there's a new meter. This is not in the challenges, it's only there for the event. and it looks very similar to a power zone meter. This indicates the output ranges for every difficulty level and the one that you're currently operating at. If you register at the beginner level, you can absolutely work your way up to the higher difficulty levels by increasing your average output. If you hit the next level, you'll notice that your total output requirement for the event is going to drop a little bit to compensate for the added stress. Similarly, if you registered at expert and you're having a hard time maintaining your effort at that difficulty, you can drop down to the lower difficulties, and it's just going to add on some extra effort and time to your plan. This all happens automatically. You cannot make this adjustment by hand. After every ride that you input or sync, the system is going to reconfigure and show you the current difficulty level that you are participating at. At the end of your climb, when you submit as complete, your completion certificate colors are going to denote the difficulty that you finished at, not necessarily the one that you registered for. Another big question, is there going to be swag? I apologize that I haven't had a lot of information out about this yet, but yes, I'm putting together some really nice apparel items for you in the swag store, and we have a gorgeous medal. Seriously, guys, maybe one of the prettiest medals that we've made yet. There were some production issues this time around, so I'm really hoping they get here before kickoff of the event. But if not, they'll be here really soon. I know they're on the way, but it's gorgeous, you guys. They'll actually be able to manipulate the medal in a way that shows which of the climbs you completed. So really cool there. I'll have more information on that for you very soon. Okay, those are the most common questions that we've had. If there's anything else that you want clarification on, drop a comment below, let me know, and I'll definitely get those answered for you. But this is going to be super fun. This is a very new, very fresh kind of event for me, so I'm really excited to see what you guys think about it. I'll see you in a week. Let's climb.